Welcome to the Love Them Knives channel. Love Them Knives are good out. And this you're going to love. Believe me, you're going to love this knife. I got this knife in the mail from my buddy Ron in California. He bought it directly from Microtech. This is the Socom Bravo, made by Rike Knives in China. Let that soak in for a while. Made by Rike Knives in China. And I'll tell you what, I like Rike Knives. I've done a lot of reviews on Rike Knives, and yes, they do integrals really well. They do everything really well. They do machine work incredibly well. And obviously that's been made apparent to the people at Microtech and also to people like Andre de Villiers, who did this. The Scavenger, right? ADV Scavenger, but no, not made by him, made by Rike Knives, okay? And it's huge. It's about 10 inches overall length, 4.5-inch blade. How do you get your little machine to just crank out some bones like that? And this spine, oh, integral, by the way. Squeeze me. Yeah, that's an integral. M390, beautiful knife, absolutely incredible. Go ahead. Come on, I know you're going to say it right. Mall Ninja gas station knife. Oh, yeah, bring me a gas station knife that's integral titanium, ceramic bearings, M390 blade. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead and pick it up, send it in to me, okay? Thank you. Now, shut up. Because you know what? That, may not be your design, but Rike Knives makes some good looking knives, and they know what the hell they're doing. And if they didn't, this wouldn't have Microtech right on the blade, would it? Okay? This knife, I pulled this out of the box because I've had the Socom Elite, it's done in aluminum and, whatever, okay? What is that? Tip down, carry, some kind of stamped, pocket clip, blah, blah, blah. No, not this. Not this. This is 3D machine, titanium pocket clip. Looks like it's a reversible here. Carbon fiber, titanium, M390 blade. Just beautifully done. And wow. Jimping here, but look at this backspacer. Started off down in Fayetteville, Arkansas, ran all the way up to Bentonville. Man, it's really good. You don't even know the names of those towns, do you? But that, my friend, is a piece of work. Now, Ron gave it up. It's never coming back to him. I already sent him the ransom note. Your knife will never come home. It loves Northwest Arkansas so much. And he doesn't care because he was going to put it on my knife sale. And I go, sold. Sold. He goes, who bought it? I don't know. Some guy. I think he's got a YouTube channel. I can't disclose his name. It's top secret. But yeah, come on. I'm a weak person. I'm weak. And so I had to have this. You didn't see me crawl around on my knees with my hands together when my wife was going, no, you're not going to. Yes, please. Like a 5-year-old throwing a tantrum. So I won finally. But, this is that good. It's worth demeaning yourself over. It really is. Wow. Drop is really nice on this. Look at that. It's centered, no lock rock, no blade play. Come on. It's Rike Knives, okay? Rike Knives. And I guess this is your stop right here, isn't it? Because let's see where it's, where it's hitting there. Okay. That's your stop. Bingo. Big old thumb studs, ambidextrous, and we got jimping on the top. And we got jimping here, and we got jimping here, and jimping here, and jimping here. Have you noticed the lanyard hole, which is interesting, but really you could have solved that. And just the other day I had a knife in my hand where, and you've seen them, right? A titanium backspacer, and then they just put a slot, and then you can run your lanyard cord through there and out. And Right now I can't remember what that was, but it was something that I was had on my desk the other day. So you could have done that there. Then you don't need the hole here. Then you could have continued. Actually, you could have backed this up and made it a deeper carry, even though it's not going to be a super deep carry. You know, it's not going to be like deep like that, but it's going to be relatively deep if you back it up in this kind of area. You still got this, but then again, I mean, you can postulate on that. This was probably not a decision Rike is making. That's one that Microtech made, so it is what it is. But let me see what the lockup is on here. 25 to 30%, obviously hardened steel insert, because we got titanium. And we will take it apart when you get to look inside, see what that's all about. But just quality all the way through. This knife is, man, you just lose your mind. It's that good. It really is. I think Ron bought it directly from Microtech for like $325, and then there was shipping and shipped to his son, because they wouldn't ship it to California, so shipped it to his son, who was in Arizona, and then shipped on to him. And apparently just not quite to his taste, so he sent it to me, and I go, yes, yes, yes. It was a triple yes. Yes, it was a triple yes. This is really good. It is really good. I've always liked the Socom. So, I mean, that, you know, you got to start off with that, okay? If you don't like the Socom, then you don't like the Socom anyhow. But if you do, and I remember having the zombie edition, remember the green aluminum, of course, and then the splash of red across it like blood and this and that. I should have never sold that knife. Never. How many knives have you had? You go, I wish I'd have never sold it. Man, I could make a list. But this one, is a Haas. And, oh, by the way, check this out. No. It's got a great drop to it, by the way. Did I just say that? 0.18 of an inch, 4.5 millimeter blade stock. So she's a Haas. Okay, hold on, back up. 15 millimeter, basically, almost 6/10 of an inch, 0.58. So, yeah, and there is 6/10 right there. Boom. Okay, so let's just call it 6/10. Let's call it 4.5 millimeter blade stock. And it's a bad boy. Of course. It's a Socom. Of course it's a bad boy. So, yeah. Really nice. Pleasure to have this knife. Yeah, I mean, it's okay out of the box. I'll tell you what, probably with a little bit of time on the strop, I could take that up to the next level. M390, of course, yeah, I put the diamond compound on my strop because this is M390, you know, you kind of need that. But take a look. Oh my goodness. Yeah, and when we take it apart, we'll know more about this here. You see what I'm saying? All the insides here. Cool. Wow. Okay, that's interesting, isn't it? So this comes off. There must be screws underneath, right? Isn't that what we're looking at? This will be interesting to take apart, by the way. Oh, how much does it weigh? While we're sitting here admiring it. And check it out again. You know, sometimes I jerk it around too much and you don't get to see it. But grams, 162. That's not horrible. That doesn't bother me. But it's got heft. It's got heft. You know what? I'm surprised it's under 6. Actually, but 5.72, that's not bad. Actually, that's not bad. I mean, it's a 9-inch knife, by the way. There you go, 4-inch blade, so 103 millimeters, something like that. 9 inches overall, 23 centimeters. You know, well, it's smaller than my Scavenger. My Scavenger is just like like a dream from heaven. I like this kind of crazy stuff, and I know some people don't, whatever. I don't care. I really could care less. I like this knife. I like the Thor 7 and the Thor 8 and all the different integrals that Rike has done, the Thule and all different stuff they've done. It's just incredible. Incredible. Okay. What was that? The M3, M2, M3. There's with a wave on it. It's just whoosh, crazy good. But this is 10 inches. This is 9. So, I mean, this is definitely pocket sword. This is borderline. This is borderline. I mean, it's 9 inches, but it's under 6 ounces. So go figure, right? And once again, this is easy pass through here. Drops right away. You might want to be a little careful, just kind of get up on here to make sure, the blade doesn't actually hit you. And don't be too cavalier about dropping it away. Just let it go what it's going to go and then let it drop from there. It's got a nice drop to it. It's smooth. It'll be interesting to look at this pivot because it's really smooth. Is that tell me it's not Teflon? But yeah, wow, that's nice. And hefty blade. I mean, look at that tip. I mean, that's some hardcore there. That's just nice all the way around. I think it's been so well done. I'm trying not to make comments like just leave it to a high-end Chinese manufacturer to actually improve on an American-made knife, or an American legend. And I just said it. I thought I wasn't going to say it. Now I just said it. But wow, this is really nice. Yeah, I would probably make some changes. And this is a T20 here, so when we disassemble it, wow. And then these are T8s. So good thing T8s, and I think the Socom Elite is 6s, and that definitely needs to be upgraded. And I'm not good on tip down pocket clips, especially if that's the only choice I have. I mean, you get like a paramilitary 2, you can go tip up, tip down, left, right, whatever. But this is tip up only. And the other, I think, is just tip down only, and no, I'm not big on that. Good looking box, almost, it looks very Asian, doesn't it? I mean, it really does. And then inside, here's your paperwork, and it's fitted. And I don't think I've even paid him for this knife yet. Oh, he's probably like drumming his fingers on the desk, like, okay. Welcome to the Microtech family, and thank you for that welcome. Wow, just, yeah, I said, yeah, I can do 3 1/4 all day long, into next week and around, definitely. I mean, what are the knives that you've bought that cost you 3 1/4 and up? And I don't want to start naming them because then I'll be insulting everybody else, but if they're worth the 3 1/4 to 3 1/2 to 375 to 4 1/2, whatever, this is worth 3 1/4 all day long. All day long. Yeah, this is nice. This is nice. So yeah, fit and finish is great. It's first class. What can I say? I mean, I can say I would have probably switched a couple of things around. One of which is like back this up here. Put your lanyard through here. Okay, but other than that, this is, I mean, close your eyes. You cannot feel the transition there, okay? You cannot feel the transition. So, obviously, you can at some point here because the lock bar's going to move. But over here, no. That's done nicely. Of course, there's a little, you've got some differential height in here with this carbon fiber coming in. But as far as, yeah, I mean, you can find it a little bit, but man, that's really nicely done. That's nicely done. Ergos, awesome. Of course, very neutral along here and jimping down here as well. Good traction, good grip under here, up here, all that. Where's my balance point on this dog? Right there. Okay, now, blade to handle length. We're good. I mean, it's a 4 and a 9. I mean, that's pretty common. So I'd say, yeah, we're good. You don't want to... Ooh. Yeah, I can... If I push, I can feel the tip. So, okay, yeah. Design flow's great. I mean, this is, world-class design anyhow. It's well-loved. So that's a no-brainer. Let's talk about detent on this. The detent's not real strong. Then again, it's not a flipper. It's one you got to flick out, and if you're going to flick it, then you don't want the detent to be too crazy strong. It just gets a little old on your thumb if it is. Now, I can do it like this, okay? So, I mean, most of the knives that when I talk about detent are like 3.8 to 6.0. And this one I'd call maybe a 4.0. That's not real strong. On the other hand, that's another way to open it, isn't it? In a hurry. Not that it's gonna, come open in your pocket, but not gonna take much. Kick it open. But it's smooth. Baby, it's smooth. All right, so I need a number 20. And I pulled this out of... I've got all kinds of bits rolling around, so thank God for that. Ooh, what's our best modus operandi here? You know what? I'm not going to push too hard, so I'm going to see which way... Oh, that ain't breaking easy. This is just kind of interesting. See. Okay. Backside. Note to self, backside. Let me see. Yeah, because we got the threads coming. Okay. In case that's one piece on the other side. Very common for, Chinese-made knives to actually have sensible pivots that don't spin. So, flat spot there. That looks good. And let's kick back to our number 8. So we overcame that, and it wasn't really welded down, but it was firm in there, which is fine. And let's take this out. That little dog, and is that going to be... Wow, that's kind of strange. It's got that little, a little bit on there, so that may be very unique to that particular screw. Let's take the pocket clip out, because I see another screw underneath the pocket clip. Now that's a bigger dog, so we can try and remember that. And we really need to remove this pocket clip, but I don't want to get too insane. Okay, I got a little bit, I got it loosened up a tad. And I don't want to get... Okay, it's coming. Slowly. Okay. Yeah, I didn't want to get too brutal on it. Okay, because I want to keep it nice. All right. Oh, so we're going to go down the rabbit hole on this thing. Okay, so this is going to be over here. Another number 8. This ought to be interesting because it'll be a whole nother wide world of sports when we get this kicked off here, won't it? Yes, it will. And are we slid under? Let's go around here and see if we can just take this off. Or what are we wanting to do here? Okay, yeah, we can. Okay, so there's that. And then underneath, of course, we got space for 2 more screws. That and that. This one's flat, but we're going to have to take that off too. Okay, lock bar side. Let's try and stay organized here. And this should roll around that way instead, actually. So, lock bar. Okay, number 8s again? Yes. Okay. So these should be the same. So let's put them right there. And right there. Okay. And they're getting covered. Come here. Put you in your little cover holes. Okay, now this one is also a number 8, but it's a flat screw. So we can figure it goes into the tail section. This is going to be a little bit, you know, of something to have to remember everything that's going on. Okay, now we're down to the titanium body here, which hopefully will come off. And actually, it's coming off easier. Oh, hold on. Than I thought it would. Okay. Because sometimes you got a long backspacer like that, it can kind of lock up into here and not really give you much wobble room. But okay, we're good. So you see where we are now? Okay. I don't know if this is going to give you more information, but a little bit of weight relieving here. Hardened steel insert, 2 screws holding that in, and then a ceramic detent ball with an over travel stop. Okay, get out of here. Now, let's take a look at this. This is kind of interesting get up, isn't it? We lost our pivot here. Okay. Oh. Okay. That's interesting. All right. So we've got this steel here because, of course, instead of just like a standard steel washer here, they rotated this. I mean, they gave you this steel washer, but it comes all the way around to this. So, okay. Now, bearings are kind of interesting. I think this is the first time I've seen bearings that quite look like this. You know, multi-row ceramics, but these are not really a true multi-row in that respect, but they're interesting, kind of offset here and there, right? Every other one's offset. That's nifty. But, you know, what I was, you know, probably not successfully doing when I was describing this knife is saying how smooth it was. And it is smooth. And, you know, I suspected that it might have multi-row ceramic bearings in there. You know, that's another thing you're going to see high-end Chinese manufacturers do here and there. And especially just ceramic bearings, period. But these, you know, yeah, and a nice wide ring for support, you know. I mean, not some little tiny captured in a little brass, you know, setting, whatever. This spreads it out. Okay. Let's see. This comes in from the front, and yeah, this looks like a one-piece job. But see, you got that flat. So the flat goes to the flat on the opposite side, locks this in. This is not going to turn. So if I would have tried to unscrew this from the front, I would have been unsuccessful, which means never give it too much or you're going to start doing damage. Just go to the other side and, you know, give that a shot first before you get too involved. But so there you go with that. All right, now we have this, and okay, so we got this screw. This is locking it down. Okay, so this is really holding this in place. And okay, so yes, like on this side, we had these screws coming in, right? From that side, we have screws coming in underneath this scale from this side as well, and you can see them coming through here. Okay, here and here, of course, the scale screws just coming into the frame, and then these from underneath it, of course, are, you know, kind of machined out so you don't see them from that side. Okay, they just sit down over. Okay, now I just dumped them, and let's preserve that. And of course, then this is the flat little screw that was at the very tail piece. You're going to have to start keeping track. And also, this is the tail gunner here. So we got to make sure we got tail gunner figured out. Okay. So lock bar, scale, all that, and then this stuff. And then this is being held down under here, it looks like. So I'm not going to disengage that. There's no real reason to do that. So I guess this little, that screw that I took out that I was saying had that little kind of shelf on it, or whatever you want to call it, I don't know, but you know. So that was going to this, coming through from the back side. And let me see if I can throw this on the floor maybe. Okay, smooth move. So, okay, we're good. Interesting setup, huh? I mean, who'd have thunk it? And I wouldn't have thunk it because I don't thunk very good. And setting all this up, you know, I got to respect. I worked tool and die for like 3.5 years, you know, when I first got out of college. You know, that's what my degree was worth. But, I mean, I was just a schmo, you know, running drill press or whatever they set me up with, using jigs and stuff like that, you know. The smart guys were figuring this out, you know, which, no, I wasn't there. So, oh well. But I learned a great appreciation for it. I love the smell of solvents in the morning. Smells like victory. So these are good. These are good. I love it. So this is the tailpiece. Is that the tailpiece? What the hell was that from? Let's put it back together. Let's see if we can get lost in space. So, oh, by the way, yeah, I got my juice out here. Okay. You like the juice? I like the juice. Okay, so, and this is going to face forward. And what are we doing? Oh, well, we got a double banger, don't we? I mean, we got it flat, flat. So, flat front, flat back. And I was just, what the hell? I just figured that out. Congratulations. Now, let's do this. And, hey, finally you regain consciousness and you do realize certain things. Now, this is nice and clean and tidy. Tidy. Okay. Now, we're going to do this. Ooh, baby. And then we're going to do this, I guess. Come here. Get your ass over there. So as long as this side fits properly over this, then we will, but we got to get the flat spots in the right position to set this baby down, and I'm not sure if we did. Did we? Okay, we did. It's through. What? Come here. See, I had it, and now I just blew it up. Okay, now I got it. Now, I think I can set this down just for the hell of it, right? Where's my number 20? Where's my number? Hey, let's do a 40. Let's do a number 40 pip. I mean, I've always been ragging on these knife manufacturers to do a number 8 body screw. And can you imagine them coming out with like body screws? And then it will be a bridge too far. Okay. So, let's take our shelf nut, our shelf screw, whatever the hell it is, and let's get this baby engaged. It's just a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing, isn't it? Now, what did I do to screw things up? Nothing yet. Oh, God. I still have an opportunity left to come destroy the whole freaking thing. Okay, let's do this, because I put them in their little hidey hoes, right? So these are stand-ups that are all kinds of trouble. And we have the little flat. Where do you come from? Oh, you were an outside screw. Okay, never mind. Yeah, you're over here. Okay, never mind. I was starting to freak myself out. Now, this little pup over here, I wonder why they changed that to maybe just doing a flatsy on this one, but not the others. Okay. And, okay. Now, what do you think? So far, so good? What else? This is like a journey down a dark street, isn't it? Whew. Are we going to get home safe? Okay. Now, what did I do or not do properly to get this engaged? Or maybe I should have had this done differently. Hold on, let me pull this. That's not gonna make any difference. So, wow, okay, so kind of snaps down and then you push this forward into this little molding here. And imagine this screw here will help kind of finish that job off to fit that correctly. But so that's kind of a different kind of cat there. Let's see if doing that will kind of move that better into that position. Yeah, it looks better now. Okay, good. So that's down. Let's put the pocket clip back on. That was kind of fiddly to figure out how to push that carbon fiber back into position. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's make sure we got our threads correctly. And let's make sure we're not doing anything we shouldn't. Okay, it's just kind of dragging a little when it's screwing back in, but it's okay. And, okay, let's see if we have any play. And we do. We have some. So, I never did really screw that down very hard. And so that's really all it's wanting to do. All right, back with the Socom Bravo made by Rike knives. Wow. It's got nice drop to it. It really does. It's got good components, nice fit and finish. Yeah, it's all good. Absolutely all good. I'm sold. Got me sold. Hook, line, and sinker. Hey, I'm gonna let you go. Thanks for hanging out. Maybe the disassembly was kind of helpful to you as well. Gives you a little insight into how this thing's engineered. Ah, yes, we do love them knives, so you guys stay sharp.